My brother, I no fit calculate the calculus, e plenty gone. I no fit reason how many people don offend me gone. Inside the life, now inside the caucus, hope you guys, that's a big shout out to Victony on that one, Kolomental. Hello viewer, you're welcome to this episode of Recycle with the Bricks or with me for my bricks. The purpose of this channel is to expose and amplify a message in that musical piece for your betterment, alright? The message is to expose, the purpose is to expose the message in that musical content for your betterment. From data available to us on the body of work of the song, and with emphasis on the intro, the verse 1 and the hook and the chorus, Kolomental by Victony is an interpersonal relationship song that speaks to environmental pressure. I come again. Kolomental by Victony is an interpersonal relationship song, or interpersonal relationship song content that speaks to environmental pressure. How do I mean? Like I said from verse 1, you say, my brother, I don't fit calculate the calculus, e plenty. I really can't say much about it. I really can't say it, or it's so much, so enormous, it's so many, like all the pressure. It's I don't fit calculate the calculus, e plenty. I don't fit reason how many people don't offend me. Alright, so it goes to talk about his interpersonal relationship with people, or encounter with people. Like a lot of persons must have hurt him, alright, or offend him. So what the fact remains that we are all humans, right? So people tend to offend us every day, because we are humans, and even you might knowingly or unknowingly, one way or the other, you are offending somebody. So offense is something that is inevitable. It all depends on how you manage the offense, alright? It all depends on how you manage your offense, because every day it's either we are offending people or people are offending us. So we must understand that you are human. Like Albert Einstein said, he said that we must not forget that we are opposite of what the environment is. Alright, so most time the environment must not go the way people around you must not be going the way you want them to go. Does that make them less of a human being? No. Alright, so you must find a way of empathy to empathize with them. Yes, you have to empathize with them, like see them, they are not perfect as well as you are not perfect. So yeah, that's about that. We're going to see supporting content or supporting materials to that support this topic of discourse on environmental pressure. But before then, I just want to know that environmental pressure is sure, but there's also family pressure. How about when the pressure is not from your environment but your family? Now, how are you going to manage that? All right. So environmental pressure is real. It is something that it must come one way or the other. It all depends. It's either somebody's trying to oppress you one way in the street, like intimidation, or one way or the other, there's this form of environmental pressure. It all goes to a long way about how you manage your pressure. Right. This environmental pressure is something that has led many celebrities and people to deactivate their social media accounts, delete their account, because they can't manage the pressure that comes as a result of them involving in this social media activity, right? So it goes a long way to talk about how you should manage this environmental pressure, all right? So let's just say a couple of supporting material, just this one. It say, I do not feel much pressure to fit in. Say, I never have. I've always just wanted to do my thing. I have really good friends and good family, and if I do not fit in somewhere else, I fit in at home. That's by Ariana Grande, all right? Ariana Grande. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, all right? So if I do not fit into the street, cannot fit into the environment, if it's not going well with me in the environment, like things are not panning out how I want them to be, then I have my family to fall back to. But can you always run from the environment? It is better to seek for how to manage your environmental pressure than to run from it and go inside house, like run to your family. Yes, the family is very good, it helps, like you find real love and real joy around family, but the society is made up of families, yeah. So you can, and these families, one way or the other, we are interconnected in one way. So you can't continue to run from the social life, from the environment, staying indoors or sticking with your family. It is better to know how to figure out how to manage environmental pressure. And like I say, one way I recommend on how you can go about environmental pressure is understanding the fact that understanding the place for imperfection with people. Because you can, if you keep repelling people because they offend you, you find at the end of the day you have nobody around you, because people, even sometimes within your family, they offend you. All right, so it's how you go about this environmental and pressure generally. All right, so one way I recommend is accepting people's imperfection and seeking spiritual help. All right, so whatever spiritual authority you believe in, all right, seek spiritual help, divine help, and empathize with people and know that people are imperfect. And just another one kind of quickly is love. Yeah, show the environment love. If you want them to reciprocate, you give them love, and probably they also give you love back. But if you keep giving love and it's not coming, find another way of showing the love. You look for another way to show your environment love rather than running indoors. I'm not saying going to your family is bad. It is very optional, but you can't always run from the society, from the environmental pressure. Rather look for how to manage it. Divine help and guidance, understand, empathizing with your environment and showing them love, your environment love in a different way that you used to show before. Maybe that's not working. You can decide to use some other means of showing your environment love. All right, so that's about that on this video.